Okay, this is cycle 3, week 6, ear of dizziness. And I would start out by asking, how many ears do you have? How many mouths do you have? Well, if you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, it's possibly twice as important to listen as it is to talk. What do you know about your ears? What are some questions you have about your ears or about hearing? Do you know that your ear has several parts? What do you think this outer section is called? And I would say the outer section of your ear, the part that you see, is called the pinna or the auricle. And I would say notice the shape. It's sort of like a funnel that brings sound waves into the hole. So the pinna or the auricle is like a funnel. The hole leads to the external auditory canal, which is a tube in which sound waves travel to the eardrum, which bounces like a real drum. The pinna, canal, and eardrum all make up the external ear. So even though we don't see the eardrum, it's part of the external ear. What do you think the middle section is called? The middle section is your middle ear, and it has 3 little bones that are part of your skeletal system. Remember we learned some parts of the skeletal system? They're called ossicles. They are the malleus, I'm not pronouncing these right, or hammer, because it looks like a little hammer. The incus, or anvil, because it kind of looks like an anvil. Or the stapes, or stirrups. Would you shut that, please, Olive? Because, again, they kind of look like stirrups. So those are the 3 little bones that make up the middle ear. After the sound waves bounce off the eardrum, it begins to vibrate. So the eardrum is vibrating. The vibration goes to the hammer, which in turn hits the incus, which in turn hits the stapes, causing the vibration to amplify or become bigger. The vibration then travels to the third part of the ear. So we had the external, the middle, and now we have the third part, which, what do you think that's going to be called? External, middle, inner ear. Good. The inner ear has 2 parts, the cochlea or cochlea and the 3 semicircular canals. All right, so the cochlea contains fluid, which helps those sound vibrations vibrate even more. This allows you to hear. But your ears aren't only for hearing. Your ears are also responsible for keeping your balance. Your inner ear contains your cochlea and the 3 semicircular canals, all of which contain fluid. Your cochlea is lined with little hairs. These hairs move by the sound vibrations. As they move, they allow us to hear better. But also, if we were to lie down, our hairs lie down because the fluid inside causes our hairs to lie down. And if we were to get up real quick, sometimes you might lose your balance, and it's because those hairs aren't quite up yet. And it's the hairs that tell your mind you're upright, you're sideways, you're upside down. So if you quickly stand up and those hairs aren't up quite yet, you might kind of lose your balance because the hairs aren't telling your mind you're upright. So we're going to do a little activity where we're going to spin a raw egg and a boiled egg. And I'm not going to tell you which one is which. And you are going to guess whether you think the one I'm spinning is the raw egg or the boiled egg. And so I want you to think about the differences between a raw egg and a boiled egg. So a raw egg has what inside it? Okay, and a boiled egg has what inside it? So the raw egg has fluid inside it and the boiled egg does not. So what's going to happen to that fluid inside it as I'm spinning it? Yeah, the fluid's going to spin with the egg. Now when I stop the egg, what do you think the fluid inside is going to do? Is it going to immediately stop or is it going to keep spinning? So that might help us know which one is which.